Hello everybody, and welcome back to another movie review here on FFGRV. In today's movie review, I will be reviewing The Incredibles 2. Now, I already did a movie review prior to this that didn't have any spoilers. But now, since that is done, I'm going to be doing a spoiler review. So now a spoiler alert is now in session, so please keep that in mind. If you haven't seen the movie, do not watch this. Watch the other movie review that does not have any spoilers. And another thing, in the description below, I have left a timeline with the events, like in time, in chronological order, and in time. That can, like, if you want to skip to my personal review, or like, if there's gonna be a sequel, your favorite character, like I'm gonna do an analysis of each character, like what happens in the film, who's the villain, all that kind of stuff. Look in the description and you can just click on the time and it'll get you straight to it. And without further ado, let's get on with the review. Okay, so the first topic I would like to discuss is the new house. Well, I mean, technically it's a mansion, but for them it's a new house, basically. It's actually a mansion, so just saying it's a mansion. I just call it a new house because that's what they referred it to. So, as you can see, there's a huge living room with kind of like a pool inside, like kind of, but not really. There's actually a funny scene with Dash with the remote, which I will get to later on in this video in this character analysis. But it's a funny scene with the remote that does all the sort of stuff. There's also a huge backyard and a pool that you can't see because Dash runs around and sees all that. And you also have a beautiful view of the city. I don't know which city because they didn't name the city. And a beautiful view of the ocean, or, yeah, probably the ocean. I believe, I think it's maybe like an adaptation of New York City, like Manhattan and everything, but I don't think so. It's just probably a fictional city. And also we have the kitchen here, which looks absolutely gorgeous, including the modern look of it, which I love. And also, this all happens due to Elastigirl's new job. Because of her, this would have never happened. Just saying. Okay, so now we go into the in-depth character analysis of each character, from the Parr family to the new characters. And of course, Edna Mode as well, and Frozone. Okay, so let's start off with Jack, the baby. So he has 17 powers in total. I mean, that's a huge jump from like the 2 or 3 we got in the last film. He has so many, and he also, he stole much of the show because of the humor throughout the movie was directed towards him. Because he's a baby, and baby does a lot of funny things, but especially with Jack, with his superpowers, he can be very funny. And also, there's a scene where another superpower of Jack is he can actually transform into another human being. Like, I mean, like, he's still a baby, but he kind of transformed to Edna Mode. He got the hair, he got the glasses. It was just so funny. I remember the hair. I'm not sure about the glasses, but I know he grew hair, and it was just so funny. And that was one of the highlights. There were plenty more of other humorous moments, but that one was the one I remembered. Plus, I could only get a picture of that. And also, there was this absolutely funny scene. This is probably the most funny scene in the whole entire movie. It's where Jack fights the raccoon, and the raccoon actually put up a good fight with not being killed by him, because he had the lasers, he had the fire right there. Another note, he can also duplicate, like multiply himself, and you have to pick out which one is his. It's so funny also. And also, because of his new powers, he becomes a main character in the film, which is a delight to see. Okay, so on to Dash. So he had some very good moments and some very funny moments. So, and speaking of the remote, so basically he turned on he found a remote on the wall right there, as you can see, a little bit like a thing, like a phone. He grabbed it thinking it was like a phone, but maybe, I don't know. And then he figured out it was a remote, and he started pushing buttons. A TV appeared, the couch appeared, the fountain appeared down, and then all of a sudden he sunk the couch, which is actually really funny. It got the entire audience in our theater very laugh out loud funny, as I said in my other review. Unfortunately, here's the bad thing. He, to me, felt a little underused in the last film due to all three kids having powers. Dash, Violet, and now Jack Jack. Because Jack Jack has 17 powers, which is a whole lot more than just one from Dash and one from Violet. No, actually 2 from Violet. But he steals the show, Jack Jack, which means the Dash is a little bit underused. Violet, not as much, but kind of still. And this is really unfortunate because he was my favorite character in a previous film. However, I now have a new favorite character due to this, which I will get to once that character analysis comes forward. Okay, so Violet, I'm doing Violet, but also Tony, because Tony is Violet's boyfriend, or so you thought. So Violet was angry. I mean, if you see here, she just goes like rage, and she like throws her super suit into the wall. It's just, and she tries to like crush it in the sink. I forgot what that thing's called, but she puts it down and she flips the switch, and it, like, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, the Dash saw it because she was having adolescence, according to Dash. However, it was actually because her boyfriend Tony forgets her entirely. And this is actually due to, I forgot the name of the character, but it was the one who kept the Parr family secret from being caught. Violet told Bob that Tony saw her in the suit when the Underminer attacks the city. So Bob told the character I forgot the name of to wipe Tony's memory, to like get rid of it. So he wipes Tony's memory. Unfortunately, that wipes his entire memory of her, not just that one event, the entire memory of her. So it's a little bit awkward because you see she's blushing, very awkward, and it's just she delivers some laughs as well with her relationship with Tony, which is a strong point in the story and plot. Okay, so on to Bob, also known as Mr. Incredible. So Bob has to take care of the kids while Helen, Elastigirl, is on her new job of working as a superhero in order to make superheroes legal once again. However, it appears to be better said than done because we got I keep mixing Dash and Jack Jack together. So because of Jack Jack's new powers, Dash with his math problems, they finally figure it out. But then Decimals comes around, and it goes through the whole cycle again. And then because of Violet's anger toward her boyfriend not realizing who she is at all because of the memory wipe. Okay, now on to Helen, Elastigirl. Now she is my new favorite character because she takes the story like away from everyone else. She's like the main focus of the story as a whole. So in an attempt to make superheroes legal again, she goes all over town. Again, I don't know what the city's called. Neither do anyone else. I don't know. I keep thinking Metro City, but that's from Megamind. So I don't know. So she goes all over town saving people to prove that they are good and not bad, which she does successfully do at the end of the film, which I'm so happy to see. So now on to Frozone. So he was the one that told Bob and Helen about the new hero or job opportunity, which in turn gave them to go to DevTech, which I will talk about Winston shortly after Edna, to get the new hero job, which coincidentally gets Elastigirl the new job opportunity and gets a new house as well, mansion. Okay, and again, just like Dash, unfortunately, he was also underused, unlike in the previous film. Like, some of you might disagree with that, but to me, he was there, like Dash was. Just he could have been used a little bit more, I believe. And also a side note, Samuel L. Jackson was great as always. He is Frozone, just like with Nick Fury. He's Nick Fury. He is Frozone. He's the only one to play those characters for sure. Okay, and on to Edna Mode. Now this is gonna be funny. So, unfortunately, she only has 2 scenes, just 2, but they are very good and funny scenes, though. So keep that in mind. So, Brad Bird actually voices her. So he is yet again stellar at voicing her, and he is the only one to truly voice her. No one else but him. And also, she babysits Jack, and subsequently, I do not know how to say that word right, and subsequently builds another super suit for him as well. And you can see with the remote, that's how they used to put the fire out and to to keep him from being like a monster and tearing everything apart, basically. Okay, so now on to Winston Deavor. I think I did that right. I think the last name, so. Okay, he is the one who wanted superheroes to be legal again. He loved having superheroes save the day, and he's also the owner of DevTech and brother of Evelyn Deavor. And that's essentially how Elastigirl got to be chosen as the one to be super again, and finally win the approval of the public to have superheroes legal once again. So a lot of people thought when saw in the trailer that he was going to be the villain. But he wasn't. That's the plot twist which I will go to right now. So Evelyn Deavor is my next and final character analysis. I think it's, this is the last one, I believe. So, she is the inventor and sister of Winston Deavor. And remember the plot twist? She is the Screenslaver. That just blew me away. I severely thought it was Winston, her brother, because they were more focused on him than her. But then when I put it here, this was from like a book or something, when she put apparently it's the hypno goggles on Elastigirl, that just blew me away. I knew she was a villain right after that. I'm like, really? What? Why? I mean, I was expecting him, but her? Really? And because of the inventor, she invented the hypno goggles, which, of course, is very evident after you know the plot twist. Okay, and yes, that's the last character analysis. So on to the action/battle sequences in the film. And I will also include my favorite, which will be highlighted in blue. So the first one was The Incredibles versus the Underminer. And again, I usually post pictures on the side, but I couldn't get like clear pictures or pictures of them all fighting the villains. So the Underminer unfortunately escaped. We don't know what happens to him. He like disappears, and then a Screenslaver comes in and deals with them. But particularly Elastigirl and then the rest. I really want to know what happens to him though. That'd be pretty interesting. And the second battle was Elastigirl versus the Screenslaver. Technically, she didn't like face him, but he faced his plans for action. Like the train, like I forgot what the train's called. Like it's a fast train. I just forgot what it's called. The fast train. I'll call it that. And the killing the ambassador. She saved the ambassador, thankfully, because that was her plan of action. The Screenslaver. So, this is my favorite one. So it's Violet, Dash, and Jack versus other superheroes, Elastigirl, Frozone, and Mr. Incredible. All of them, the kids versus everyone else. Which is actually cool. That was my favorite battle because they got all. So once they got Elastigirl's goggles off, the hypno goggles, sorry. They proceeded to knock off all the other goggles and get them out mind control, or the Screenslaver to be more precise. So basically she's the mind behind it, then she's also Screenslaver, you know what I mean? Like she's the mind behind it, but then she isn't, she is, like, you know. And then there's everyone versus the speeding yacht, or boat, toward the city, which was really cool to see, but yet again, not my favorite. And the last one was Elastigirl versus Screenslaver, when they went to the helicopter and she almost lost oxygen. That was actually very suspenseful, because, like, I'm like, are they really gonna kill her off, please? Like she came this far. I mean, brilliant acting by her to portray, like, a loss of oxygen. Very good. But if I had to pick a close second, it probably would be, I'm just thinking of this right now, actually. You know, I would have to pick the last one, because that was more suspenseful than I thought. It was really, it got my heart pumping. It was just really suspenseful and lots of, like, action moments too. So, okay, so now we move on to the really good stuff. So, Incredibles 3, will there be a possible sequel? So this is what I've been looking forward to ever since I started this review. So, first off, they had an interview with Brad Bird and some of the other actors. He wants to take a long vacation or break from this, and then maybe, they didn't confirm it, but it's kind of hinting after the break or vacation he might start up again on Incredibles 3. Like, when he says vacation or break, he says a break from the Incredibles and do other animation projects, like he did Tomorrowland, he did Ratatouille, and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He did all those between Incredibles and Incredibles 2, so we could see more animation projects from him and live action, and then maybe another Incredibles 3. Hopefully it will not take 14 years, though. And I personally think that there will be another one, since it ended just like the first movie, and then we got a second one. So hopefully it will have the same effect as the first one and be another one. And as I was saying just now, hopefully we won't have to wait 14 years, because if that passes by, the next Incredibles will be in 2032. Now that's a long time to wait, but if we have to, I will certainly be patient for that. Unless if it's Star Wars. If Star Wars does that out of the blue, I will be very upset, but this I can definitely wait for. And yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I hope this didn't take too long. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, but I'll see afterwards. So thank again for watching this this spoiler review of The Incredibles 2. And if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more of these reviews in the future. I will be doing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, hopefully within the upcoming 2 weeks, because probably tickets are going to be sold out. That way I won't do a review for a little bit. Plus, I'm going to do a channel update tomorrow explaining what next week's plan is going to be, because basically I'm going to be somewhere else, and I probably won't be able to do many videos, but I'll do that once the channel update is I'll do that when the channel update's uploaded. Sorry. And also, if you're already subscribed or you're about to subscribe, be sure to hit the notifications bell when you subscribe to know when I upload a video such as this one, or when I go live, especially during my gaming videos or live streams. And yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.